Dr. Carson, we're so pleased to have you. This is our 200th episode of the Economic War Room.
Wow, I feel really honored. It's always good to be with you under any circumstances, but 200, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Hey, your new book is out, Created Equal. I read it as an economist, and for me, it's actually a primer on economics. I mean, when you stop and you think about race as an issue, it really is an anti-economic issue to look at people based on race rather than on abilities, skills, individuality,
Absolutely.
and so forth.
And, one of the reasons that I really felt an urge to write this book is because, as anybody who's very observant has noticed, everything seems to circle back to race these days.
Yeah, it does.
In most cases, inappropriately. And the race issue is used as a cudgel to beat people into submission, to make white people feel guilty, to make black people and minorities feel like victims. And all it's doing is creating division. When you think about the fact that we've made just enormous racial progress in this country, just in my lifetime. I mean, this country was very different when I was born. And I remember as a child, we would be so excited when a black person came on TV in a non-servile role, and you called everybody into the living room, hey, look at this, this was great. And now, in the same lifetime, you have black admirals and generals and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies and heads of foundations, university presidents, including Ivy Leagues. We've elected a black United States president twice. We have a black vice president. I mean, to say that we haven't made enormous progress is absolutely ridiculous. Doesn't mean that we've reached nirvana. We have not reached nirvana, but we've made enormous progress. And what we have to decide, and what I really bring out in the book is, we get to decide, do we want to build our future on our past failures or on our tremendous success?
Wow, that's a great question. And I think of tremendous progress in your lifetime. In less than your lifetime, we went from the first flight at Kitty Hawk with the Wright brothers to a human being in space, yes, and then landing on the moon. So, we are capable of tremendous progress.
We are. And our diversity actually, as I point out in the book also, is helpful to us because we have a lot of people who maybe look at things differently. And yet, it all contributes to the good of the country. And, I just picked as an example African Americans, and I talked about the various contributions they've made that most people don't know about, like Henrietta Bradbury, the underwater cannon so we could launch torpedoes from submarine. Mm-hmm. Or, Garrett Morgan, the traffic light, the gas mask. Elijah McCoy, automatic lubrication system for locomotives, had so many great inventions, people would say, is that a McCoy? Is that the real McCoy?
Wow. Yeah.
So, I could go on for hours.
Well, even in the space, it would not have been possible without the human computers that we saw in the movie Hidden Figures.
Exactly. Incredibly smart people. But here's the wonderful thing about the God who created us. He gave every group of people fantastic brains with billions and billions of neurons, hundreds of billions of interconnections that remembers everything you've ever seen, everything you've ever heard, can process more than 2 million bits of information in 1 second. And why do we need a brain like that? And why would we not use it? And you come back to something like critical race theory, and they're teaching our children that the most critical factor, the most critical determinant of what happens to you in life is the color of your skin.